Good evening and welcome to Roll Again. Tonight is session one of the Haunted Heroes campaign. We're just getting started, and with us tonight are the first three players in the Haunted Heroes campaign. Kira, who plays Lupe the Scarred Wolf, who is a reborn arcane physician with no love for wolves or anything of wolf kind. We also have Caleb, who is playing Rowan, the Asimar cleric and supernatural investigator. And we have Kay, who is playing Francis Ford, who is a Dampier artificer, specializing in artillery. And we're going to see quite a bit out of her as well. So, with that introductions being quick and seamless, we're going to just roll into our storyline. So, Rowan, we actually start with you. As a supernatural investigator, you have been infiltrating a dark underground secret society, trying to find information about your wife. And it's come to light in this society that you've been infiltrating all of a sudden that they are really interested in some portals that have been opening up in the last few months across the land of Derwin, and spilling out some very hideous and unique monsters. So because they're interested in it, you all of a sudden have kind of taken an interest in case it happens to be linked to anything dealing with your wife. And you've been looking into it on your own. Yesterday, you received an anonymous note that said that there would be a portal opening this evening at at a location out in the middle of the lunar plains, which is a vast area of grassland that's in the western part of Derwin. So you kind of got this anonymous tip and you've decided to check it out. Now you are in the rough location of where the note told you to go. And as you arrive, you don't find much. It's pretty much just grasslands. There's grass swaying, the winds get kind of gusty out here because there's really nothing to stop them. But you have knee-high grass that you kind of swaying in the breeze. It's just about dusk, so the sun's just starting to go down a little bit, as you find yourself just kind of almost in the middle of nowhere. There's some dead trees sparsely kind of laid out across the plains, and as you kind of get near to one specific old apple tree that's growing twisted out of the ground, you notice that there is a couple other individuals standing in the rough vicinity of where you were told to come. The first one that you notice is a hooded individual who's wearing a mask that looks like a creature of some sort. And it's the first person that you kind of come up to as you make your way kind of stealthily and slowly and carefully towards the two individuals that happen to be out there. And so as you get close, Lupe, what does Rowan see about you?
He notices that my cloak has seen better days, but there is a blue scarf around my neck that seems to be strangely pristine, as well as, well, the mask on my face is kind of beaten up a bit. And that's about it.
All right. The second individual that you kind of see who doesn't seem to be, nobody seems to be talking to one another, kind of just everyone seems to be there, and have seems like they haven't been there very long, is our Dampier friend, Francis Forge. And so, Francis, how does Rowan come across to you? What does he seem to see the first time he's lays eyes on you?
I'm very tall, imposing character, and generally cold. Just an aura of cold surrounds everything on me and near me. Just sad and tired aura.
Excellent. Excellent. Lupe and Francis, both of you received notes as well. Lupe, you have been well known to be seeking out anything having to do with wolves or lycanthropy, or any connection to the such, and you were given kind of a cryptic note that you may find more answers this way, with this location. Francis, you just got a note that basically said that if you're looking to hunt monstrosities, this might be a good spot to do so. And it kind of led you out here as well. So the three of you find yourself there, and I let the two of you introduce yourselves to Rowan. Rowan, what would they notice about you as you approach?
You probably see that he is pretty tall, about 6 feet something. You do see some strange carving and markings on his body, not like scar, but more like strange like tattoos. He has bright red hair, amber eyes. He wears a lot of a bit of black trench coat material, and he has the symbol on chest, the holy symbol of Mesra. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so the three of you find yourselves all kind of staring at two other strangers. Who is going to make the first move?
Lupe's just eyeing them warily, especially the Dampier.
Do I notice that they both got the same blood as me? Okay. All right.
I say Francis probably holding it.
Okay, so yeah, you would see it in Francis'
pocket.
hand that has one.
All right. I get out of hiding, and they see me, right?
Oh yeah, there's not much to hide. It's pretty much the three of you in a tree for like as far as you can see.
I walk right in front of them, and I say this. It seems that we're out here, just the three of us. And I take out the letter, and I show them. Let me get. Everyone got the same letter.
It would seem so. I have one here.
Open yours. Did anything happen?
Nothing happens when I open it. It's just a regular anonymous note.
The DM did the letter have like any symbols or else say where it was from?
It doesn't. It's just written in a nice scroll, and like I said, each of yours puts you at this location, but each one kind of is very specific to you. It kind of seems like the person knew a little bit about you, in order to say the right things to get you here.
And I'm assuming that the handwriting matches for each of them.
Give me a perception check.
It's 14 plus the modifier makes it 18.
18. Yeah, your elven eyes especially notice that it does it looks very much like the same hand wrote all three letters.
I get a bad feeling about this. I'm not very thrilled.
I opened my letter right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you opened it yesterday.
If y'all don't mind me asking, what do y'all letter say?
Mine indicated that I might be able to find more of what I'm searching for here. And what I search for is lycanthropy.
Mine said, if it's beast hunting you seek, best try this location. So far, I've seen no beasts, or any sign of such.
And mine is helping me on a missing person case. So, strangely, it seemed like someone or something lures here for a different value reason.
Just about at that point, Rowan, as you kind of say that the wind picks up a little bit and some of the grass blows even stronger, and you see kind of a dust wind or like a small dust cyclone that kind of forms itself out of the grass, and it starts coming a little closer to the three of you, and when it's about 10 to 15 feet away, it starts to concentrate itself until suddenly it starts to take a form that starts walking a little bit further into your direction, until eventually, by the time it gets about 8 or 9 feet from you, it solidifies into the corporeal form of a gnome.
I pull
Well,
out
I
my.
see the three of you made it.
I
and
pull
this
my
gnome-
crossbow out from under my cloak.
Oh, no need for that. I got nothing on me except this. And he pulls out a cigar and lights it up.
And what do you hear, gnome?
As you probably figured out, because you're bright ones, I called all the three of you here. We've got a bit of an issue on our hands. I'm new at my job, and it seems that, well, up north, we had a bit of an issue about 2 months ago. A god got a little out of hand, decided it was going to try to tear the whole world apart, and we had to deal with the god. I know this is probably none of any of your concerns, but unfortunately, I was the one who did it, and there was some aftermath I was unaware of. Apparently, when a god dies, pieces of it get spread out. And when this god died, specifically the god of chaos, some pieces of its essence were sent into an alternate dimension, a very dark dimension. And it empowered this dimension and made it stronger and opened up some portals around here. Has anybody heard any stories lately about odd occurrences or weird things all of a sudden popping into existence?
I am going to do an investigate history check on that.
Yes, go ahead, give me it.
Ooh.
20.
Yes, yep. This sounds you've heard of this. There was a battle north of the town of, or just west of the town of Eider, that was about 2 months ago, and there was a god that was. You've heard rumors that a god was killed by a very fabled kind of folklore character named Isaacs, who you've heard that name as well, Rowan. Pretty much everyone in Derwin is known of Isaacs. He's a folk hero sort of person, and he is the person who everyone says killed this god and killed it. He kind of sacrificed himself in order to do so.
Okay. And the gnome is this man who killed the god.
What's that?
The gnome is the guy who killed the god.
What you know of Isaacs, there wasn't much known of him at all, but you can ask.
All right. I kneel down to him to get face to face.
Sure.
I have heard.
Whoa.
Yes, I have.
What you just get in my face, buddy? That's kind of a. It's kind of. You don't have to kneel down. All right. It's. It's a little. It's a little rude. Like I don't fly up to your face just to talk to you. Like you could just talk to me. And he blows cigar smoke in your face.
And he blowing it. I blow it right back.
Okay.
All right. I get him. Sorry for that. All right. So, yeah, I have heard a couple of cases about these things. Are you the person who killed this god of chaos?
I was part of the group. Yeah. It was a little bit of a team effort. I had a couple ladies that were hard workers. They helped out a bit, but I did a lot of heavy lifting. I will say that. So yeah. But unfortunately now, one of the things they don't tell you in the history books or in any religions is apparently when you kill a god, you then take its place. So now I have to deal with balance in this across the entire world. Let me tell you, it's not a job I'm looking forward to. So I got to keep chaos and order and balance. I don't really care one way or the other, but these portals that are being ripped open now because of all these pieces of this god that got killed are upsetting the balance. There's creatures that are crossing into Derwin and causing havoc. And so we've got to come up with a way to deal with this. And that's why I've called the three of you here.
And why the three of us exactly? They're probably a lot more experienced adventurers to handle such a job.
Yeah, why us?
Well, there are. I mean, that's a good question. But see, the issue is this. I really can't do anything about it because, first off, it's in this other dimension, which is not really under my purview. But secondly, since my predecessor was killed for coming to Derwin and messing around and trying to upset the balance, the other gods are starting to take a isolationist stance. They're really getting picky on how much interference we can do. So that means I'm going to have to rely on some people. And the three of you, I've been watching for a little while, and each one of you has your own special qualifications and characteristics that I think could help you.
Well, hunting creatures is nothing new to me. But what about you two?
So it's basically killing, I'm in.
I usually take a different approach when it comes to monsters, but I can help in the way I can.
Well, it seems that you each have your own skills, but also this world on the other side of these portals it's a different world. It's dark. There's no hope. They haven't had the success of a lot of adventurers that we've had over here. There's been a lot of evil and a lot of bad things that have risen up in the last century here in Derwin. And there's always been brave, strong people to stand up and stop it. On the other side of those portals, that never happened. And so it's a lot of darkness. There's a lot of evil people and evil entities in charge. And it can be jarring for people that are used to things here in Derwin. But the three of you are not only skilled, but I know just from observing you that each of you have your own, what's the best way to put this? You're each already haunted in your own way.
You're not wrong about that. All right.
No, indeed.
So let me get this straight. So basically, you want us to go to a dark world to what exactly?
Well, me and the other gods have been kicking this around a little bit. And we think it seems like what's powering these portals are the pieces of Voros. That's the god I got rid of that crossed over. So if you could go across into the Harrowing, that's this other world, and find those pieces and destroy them, then it should stop these portals opening and pouring stuff that shouldn't be here over here.
Very well.
But, no one will ever tell you that Isaacs is an unreasonable person. And so I am going to give you a little help. And he reaches into his blue cloak that he's wearing, and he pulls out a small round object. And he says, which one of you thinks you're the most responsible?
And I let them talk. And you two?
It's not a term I would
I
use to describe myself, but I am not irresponsible.
You know what? Yeah, sure, give it to her.
All right, here you
I
go.
agree with that.
He
assessment.
tosses it to you, Lupe. In
I
your
take
hand,
it
you
and
find
put it in my
what
pouch.
looks like a compass.
Oh, or not.
You find
what will
what
this
looks like
do?
a compass. And Isaac says, well, it doesn't really do much to help you here. But once you cross over, the arrow on that will spin in whichever direction the closest piece you're looking for might be.
This will be very helpful indeed.
I
was wondering how we would find the pieces other than following rumors.
I think something else about these pieces. Most likely they're magical artifacts or something like that.
How will we destroy them?
Exactly.
To being broken. While they have magic in their shards of what's left of this god, they're on the physical plane. So I think you might have to do a little bit of thinking or a little bit of hard work, but I'm pretty sure you'll find a way to break them or smash them or get rid of them in some way.
Right.
The thing to keep in mind is time moves a little different over there because it's not our world. And while it's only been 2 months since the fall of Voros here in Derwin, in the Harrowing, these pieces have implanted themselves and been influencing the world there for a couple years. So it's not, they've had it, the magic from these items, the magic that spills out when a god dies, has been influencing some of the areas of this world for a lot longer than 2 months.
What is the Halloween? Is it some kind of parallel dimension?
Yeah, I mean, lots of people could say lots of things, I guess. I wouldn't want to fry your mortal brains, but it's a different world, different realm, different dimension. There's a lot of words for it, but yeah, it's not here. I can tell you that much.
All right. So go in, destroy the shards, and you will let us out.
Yeah. I'll make sure I get you out. Once it's done. So, and in fact, to be honest, like I said, time goes a little bit differently over in the other side. So, depending on how long you're there and it takes you, I would think that it's not going to seem as long over here. What do I know? I'm just a god. This is all new to me.
Can I roll any insight check from
Yeah.
he said in the past like half minute 13.
Sure. And what do you want to know from your insight check? What are you looking for?
I want to know you like hide any information about maybe about the shards or us going in. If is it possible for us? Do you have any? You like hide any information?
You get the sense that he's been honest, but there's something about this guy that just tells you you're not sure if he's always telling you everything.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
And for personal reason, when we do this, and if we survive, question: when we do survive, what will we get in return?
Oh. See, now you're in. Now we're in my world. Negotiation. I didn't know you were such a businessman, investigator. I don't know. What would you like? Why don't we start with that, and then I'll work you down from there.
Do you have one of these compasses that will guide me to werewolves? That would be useful.
That's doable. That's doable. I could make it go. I could make. Yeah, I could make you. You know, I wasn't always a god. There was a time I used to be kind of a tinkerer, and I'm sure I could probably figure that out.
Excellent. Apologies, guys. This mask is hurting my head, so I'm just
That's
gonna do
fine.
that for a minute. Ow.
What about the other two? I mean, hopefully, simply, all three of you want a werewolf compass.
Well, that could be something, but no. Honestly, I take out the paper he gave the letter, and you probably know who I'm looking for, and I'm nodding towards him, without saying the name.
Yeah, I have an idea who you're looking for. Yeah, without you even saying.
Okay, and
There's advantages to godhood.
All right. And what god are you exactly?
Well, I'm me. I'm Isaac's, but as I mentioned, I'm kind of the god of balance, keeping chaos and order in check.
Guess we just gotta trust you, huh? All right. All right.
You don't have, but I kind of have a reputation.
I step aside. All right. So, judging that you brought it to this location and the timing, something told me that a pool is going to open up here in a couple of minutes. Am I correct?
See? This guy gets it. You get it. Yeah. See that you don't even need me to spell it out for you. Yeah. My sources and calculations tell me that the portal is due to open here fairly soon. So if you get these pieces, if you collect all the pieces of this dead god and you're able to destroy them, I'll bring you back, and I will get you a wolf compass, and I will get you. I will look into it even more, but I will be able to provide you some more information on your missing person, Rowan. And hey, he looks at you, Francis. He looks up at you. You, String Bean, what do you want?
I'm here to hunt base, nothing more.
See, I like that. Simple. I get it. But I'll see what I can do. Well, your train's about here. He looks at a little sundial. He pulls out of his robe. Yep, it's about that time. Any last questions?
Hell, what the hell? So, If we fail, or we can't, or we die, what happens?
If you fail or you die, well, I guess I would have to find new heroes, and that's, trust me, it's a pain in the butt. You guys aren't the first ones to go in, but I got a good feeling about you, and you know what? I'll see if I can find you some backup. How's that?
All right. And who are the other adventurers who came in before us? Clearly, they probably didn't make it out, or they're dead.
Hey, they're adventurers. I'm not writing a book here, okay? And he goes, and just at that moment, he just kind of holds his hand up, and right behind him, this purplish, bluish portal opens.
I believe that's our doorway.
I think that's for you.
Carriage is here.
All right. Last question, God. Anything we need to know before we go in?
Yeah, don't die.
What I'm planning to. All right.
If you get stuck in a real bad situation, you can try speaking into the compass. I might be able to hear you. I might be able to help, but I can't guarantee anything. It's a different world.
Divine intervention.
As a different world, do the creatures of that world, are they affected by weaponry and magic as they are in this realm?
Yeah. From what I understand and what little I know about that realm, yeah, everything seems to work the same. You breathe air, you eat food, you kill stuff.
Then
Magic seems to work the same too. All right. Well, you better get to hopping because the portal doesn't stay open very long.
All right.
Good luck.
All right.
Lupe just walks in.
Yep.
I'm the first one to go in.
All right. So Rowan, then Lupe. All right. And Francis follows. Before the three of you even hit the gate, you start to look back and the wind blows and there's no more Isaacs. He just blows away on the wind. And then you're in a portal and it's like catch your breath. And then you step out. And you step out into what looks kind of similar. Kind of open plains land. It's a little darker. It seems like dusk has happened since you walked into the portal on the other side in Derwin. But you're standing in kind of it's a purple sky, a little dark, but nothing that looks crazy. There's no Tim Burton trees or anything like that would jump out at you as being a terrible, monstrous world. It looks kind of similar to what you're used to. But you find yourself standing on a dirt road, running through what looks like, some grassy plains.
All right.
It hardly looks like we've gone anywhere at all.
Check the compass, see if there's anything nearby.
I shall.
Spot us off in a direction.
All right. I'm looking at the compass.
The compass spins for a moment, and then all of a sudden it directs itself at you. But as you move a bit, you notice that it's actually pointing down the road, but in the direction that you had your back to.
Okay. All right.
The first object lies in that direction.
Francis,
just bolts off, not saying anything.
Francis, you know that because you have a keen mind, being or having been before you became a Dampier, a high elf. Part of that is having a keen mind. So you always know what time it is and you always know what direction is north. You know that the compass is pointing south. The road seems to run north and south, and it's heading in a southerly direction.
Zergley
Alright.
just starts walking south.
Oh, I follow her.
So, what's that?
I follow her.
Excellent. All right, so the three of you walk south for, I would say, a good half hour, 45 minutes or so. Not too long before, in the distance, in the moonlight, which it seems normal as well. It's kind of a yellowish moonlight until all of a sudden it seems orange, and in the orange moonlight, you can see what looks like a small town coming into the distance. Rowan, you're the first to kind of be thrown off by the orange hue. Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. That is going to be 21.
21. Your investigation skills are fairly well known around town, around that area you're from anyway. But it wouldn't even take that much of an investigator to notice as you start to look into the sky as you guys are walking. There's two moons here, which you're not used to. A yellow moon and a red moon. And when they both have crested the horizon, which they now have, it gives the air kind of an eerie orangish moonlight between the two.
And I tell them, okay, first thing I noticed when we got here, the two moons. Not sure what they mean exactly, but
A bit like eyes.
I'll speak.
They are.
I do. As I'm walking and noticing this moon, I'm writing out all the details in my spell Bible.
Are both of the moons full or?
The yellow moon is full. The red moon is about half.
Are they like close to each other? Oh,
No, they both rise in the same side of the sky. They come over the same horizon. But they are, if you're looking, they're rising in the east. So as you're looking to your left, walking down the road, the yellow one rose first, which is why it gave the moonlight changed when the red one came up. It rose first, so it's about 20 degrees higher in the sky than the red moon is, if that makes any sense.
it does. All right.
So it's kind of always ahead of it as it goes across the sky.
All right. Can I make a Arcana check to see what kind of supernatural phenomenon it can be?
Sure.
12.
What was it? 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't seem magical. It could just be the fact that you are definitely not in your home world anymore.
Okay. All right. So I know what the first thing we're going to do. We're going to go in this town. The compass is still pointing to the town, right? And I'm asking the one.
It is. Yep.
Okay. All right.
You haven't seen any roads or anything split off. It just seems like it's this dirt road kind of, and it's heading south. And the first thing, it seems like this road, you're not close enough yet to really tell, but it seems like it's going directly into the town.
All right. Okay. So, okay. Most likely, when we find this shot, we need some idea of how to destroy it. Most likely, something like this won't be just left out alone. So, then you guys have any ideas, particular?
Dump it to dust. Never underestimate the power of a good curb stomping.
Well, this thing could be magical. It could be immune to curb stomping. How you put it? I might, and I look for my spell Bible. I might have a spell that can get rid of its magical property, and then you can curb stomp it.
Sounds like a
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah. All right. So how far is the town?
It's in distance now as you've kept walking a little bit. I would say, you can start to see the outline of some small buildings. It doesn't look like a very big town at all. You just see the outlines of a few small buildings. You do see, as you get a little closer though, there's light coming from the town.
Like, all right, there's people. Cool. I'm gonna be in the back of the group. As I'm doing this,
Sure.
I'm gonna put on my disguise kit right quick.
Okay. All right. Any specifics disguise that you're going for?
Yes, I am going to give myself an elvish look with blonde hair, with blonde flowing
Okay.
hair. With
So you had a wig
kind-
packed in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a set of fake ears.
All right. So Caleb's kind of hanging back a little bit. So who's leading?
I'll take the lead.
All right. So Lupe, that puts you kind of second. Not that you guys necessarily would have to be in single file. There's plenty of room on the road, kind of, but it just gives us an order a little bit. You walk for about 10 more minutes before you start to get close enough to the town to start to see it. It's lit up actually really well. The closer you get, you can tell there are lights in the streets or in the street. It seems like this street is probably the main one that goes through the town. And there's a large billboard sign. That's the first thing you come across before you even enter the town. And it says Red Hawk for the whole family.
Anything else about? I'll look around the sign. Did I not say anything else?
No, that's it. It's a large sign. It's probably like 10 feet high and maybe like 20 feet wide. It's on two big posts.
I roll for
And
perception.
Sure, go ahead. Give me a perception.
6.
Is that total
Yeah.
with your modifier?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. What were you looking for?
Just want to get a feel for the place. Is it like, because you said something dragon, was it, for the whole family?
Red Hawk.
It's Red Hawk. Red Hawk for the whole family. And it seems that that's the name of the town. It says that in really nice hand painted letters. And then there's a little painted picture of a family like picnicking.
That
Pleasant.
does not feel right. Something about this feels very off. Something feels off.
Alright.
I think it'd be best to be wary here.
Agreed.
You guys going to continue?
Yes. Into
Alright.
Red Hawk we go.
The next thing you notice as you walk not far past the sign and you're getting closer to the first few buildings of where the town starts. You notice that the dirt road switches to gravel quickly, and then it switches, and that's like a 10-foot switch as you're walking. All of a sudden you hear gravel under your feet, and then in about 10 to 15 more feet it switches to cobblestone. And as you hit the beginning of town, and it's very abrupt. This town is small, but it's buildings on either side of you, and it's kind of like a main street, almost if you picture like an old west town. where it's like the main street with the buildings on the side. That's very much what this looks like.
Okay.
But it's much brighter. And the cobblestone, just as it hits the edge of town where the first two buildings start, becomes silver cobblestone, and it's laced with gold.
I'm gonna look at the ground and do what would be a nature check or investigation? See if this real or fake gold.
Real or fake gold? Yeah, give me a nature check for that.
I'm getting real Slaanesh vibes from that.
2. It's shiny. It's definitely a road, but you've been wrong before, Rowan. No.
Do I see any loose chunks of the gold, or all like completely well put inside?
No, this is it's very well worked. I mean, almost like artisan worked. It's silver cobblestone and then like gold edging.
Gold etching. This may not work, but I'm going to look into my pack of my tinker tool, tinkerer box, and I'm going to like scratch the edges of the gold to see if it become fake or real.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys know the trick, right? Okay. Yeah, I do that. To like leave like a white streak. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Basically, if it fakes gold, it will leave a white streak. If it's real gold, it will leave a yellow streak.
Yep. No, it's definitely a yellow streak.
Aye, as I stand out from a small town, this place is
Make a
very
road.
fancy. What is lining up the city, the town?
As you kind of take your first steps onto, if you want to continue, everybody want to move on?
Yes, I'll continue.
Yeah.
As you take your first steps onto the Silver Road, you do notice that the buildings, there's not many buildings. It's maybe the town's probably half a dozen, maybe to a dozen buildings deep on both sides. Some of the side buildings are lit up with globes that look like they probably have a torch in them, but the globes look like lollipops. And they're different colors. There's some green and red and yellow. And as you take a couple more steps in, you hear music. It's happy music. It's like la 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 la.
Getting really bad vibes here.
Perhaps you're right.
Bad vibes.
Oh, well,
Something about this place doesn't feel right. No town, city, anywhere is this joyous, happy, rich, broadly gestures at everything.
aye, let's just try to find the shards.
This
And I turn to her with the mask. What does the compass says? What
Yeah.
is it?
I look at my compass.
Hmm?
Is it still pointing us through the town, or
Still pointing south, straight down the road.
still pointing south?
All right.
All right. It appears that our shard is beyond this town, which may be good news to you.
Okay, let's keep going then. And Rowan, think
You guys get a couple. You guys get about 3 or 4 buildings deep. Most of these buildings look like houses, or residential type buildings. But there's one building on your left as you're walking into town that looks kind of like a tavern. And it has a very well lit sign hanging above it that says the Salty Squash.
I wouldn't trust anything in a town like this.
agree. All right.
Should we at least take a look inside, or just pass it by?
This place is giving me creeps. Not the good kind. I think we should continue on.
And this town has nothing that we need here. So let's keep going.
Yes, if our target is not here, I also see no point in staying.
DM, what time of day is it?
It's nighttime now. Like when you guys when you stepped out of the portal, it was dusk, so it was just after like sundown. And you've been walking probably close to an hour now from where you first came in. But yeah, so it's around that time. Francis, you would know it's around 8:30 at night, since you have a keen mind and seem to always know the time.
The opposite of me in real life.
So you're gonna pass by the salty squash.
Yeah.
Okay. You head a little bit further down the road. There's about 3 or 4 more houses on both sides. The road stops abruptly. There is a building. The road goes up to a building, and there's steps, and there's a large cottage that has it's pink and white and has some purple and greens, and there's lights all over, and there's these lollipop lights on it, and there's some candy cane stair railings that come down the flight of stairs. It's about 6 steps that go up towards the doors, and the doors are very well decorated, almost look like a cake, that you would like a wedding cake decoration on the doors, and it seems to that's the kind of the end of town.
So basically, okay, so the road just lead up to a house that is like designed as a cake. Okay.
And the
Yeah,
compass
kind of.
Okay.
and the compass still points to this house. Let me try walking around the house.
I
Okay. You walk towards. Are you going left or right?
Left.
Okay. You start to head towards your left, and once you kind of go around the side, the edge of the house kind of butts up against the last building on your left.
Okay.
There's no real way around. It's only out the way we came.
If I go to the right, is it also one way or a dead end?
You find a very similar thing on the right. Yeah.
All right. Maybe the shard could be at the house. This strange cake house. This cake house has a door.
Yeah. Two great big doors.
I'm going to
What did I name that story?
see if I can sense any magic about this place, i.e. cast detect magic.
Sure. Yeah, you cast detect magic. The whole place lights up.
Wow.
I mean, it's
This
so
entire
bright.
place is one
It's so
giant
bright.
magic bomb.
You can't see.
I will
I'm,
walk.
I'm
Okay.
trying to think of something without metagaming. It sounds like something.
Okay. So I am going to walk just about 10 feet away from the staircase leading up to the door.
Mhm.
And I'm casting Mage Hand, knock on the door.
Okay.
Yeah. Not Mage Hand.
A small, a small door that's part of the door opens, and you see a round blue, completely blue sphere that looks kind of like an eye, looks through, and you see brown. It's kind of set in the center of brown, and it says, "Can I help you?"
Well, that is a good question. I'll be back. Okay. Oh, I looked at the group. So What can you help us? I don't know.
I'm gonna
But-
cast investigation on the eye. And just the house in general.
I guess investigation.
Something about it is just like not sitting right.
That's incredible. That one was okay. So okay. So I have a feeling that the thing we might be looking for is might be inside somewhere in this house.
Mm.
So
Francis, what was your investigation roll?
I rolled a 9 plus the 5 for the investigation thing.
So
So that would
14.
be-
Yeah, what are you looking at specifically? Like, what are you checking out? The whole house or like part of it?
I'm looking to see if it's all a facade, if that makes any sense. If it's like a magical facade.
It looks pretty legit. As far as with your 14 roll and you're looking at it, I mean, it looks pretty amazing. It's pretty, it's very bright. Like I said, cheery. You got kind of a cheery vibe from the whole thing. The music, the silver and gold street, all the lollipop lights hanging on the sides of the building. And this kind of seems like the cheeriest of all.
Does
That makes it even more suspicious.
does my knowledge of Arcana tell me anything about the nature of this magical place? Or of the eye?
Give me an Arcana check. Let me see.
Okay. 20.
You know from your detect magic that you're getting a huge magic vibe from this, but this is not like anything you've come across before in your expeditions. To the point, have you dropped your detect magic, or is it still up?
I would say I'd keep it up.
Because it goes for 10 minutes. Like, you legit can't see. It's that bright. Like, it's like staring at the sun, but all
Okay.
around you.
All right.
So with that, it's 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna I said I'd take a quick break real fast, just for 4 or 5 minutes. Grab a drink, or if anybody has to take a quick break, let's do that, and you guys can kind of ponder what you want to do next. And I will be right back. All right, so you guys are outside of, you've kind of found yourselves run right until the edge of the street and found yourselves in front of this large, fancy, colorful cottage with a few steps that go up to a double, large, very well decorated door. And it's decorated in pinks and white, pastel colors. It's very, very candy cake-ish looking.
okay. The eye thing's still there. I think that's what do we want?
It closed the little door after you stepped away.
So I turn around to the group. Okay, so guys, I have an idea. We should probably go back to the town and try to learn more about this town, and what that place is. Because it seems like there's no way around it.
Seems we have no other choice.
It's fair assessment.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So back to the tavern. We are going to the tavern.
Okay. It doesn't take you much. You can get back to the tavern because it's only, like I said, 3 or 4 houses down. It's really not much of a town. And as you approach the tavern, as I said before, there's a sign hanging above it that says the Salty Squash. And you push through the door, which is closed, but there's an open sign. And so you push through the door, and you walk in, and there's a few people in here. It's the first sign of people you've kind of seen. There wasn't much going on outside in the street, but there's a number of round tables in this tavern. The tavern itself also is very colorful. It's all the interior is all teal, but with an orangish, like squash colored trim all around the teal walls. And there are little candy cane like lamps that have little torches on the end and are lit. And so it's pretty well lit for a tavern. Everyone seems jovial. They're all like kind of laughing and having loud conversation. Number of people sitting around tables. At the bar, you see a kind of short, portly tiefling behind the bar, orange-skinned tiefling with a little black goatee, and he's kind of fat, and he's got an apron on, and he's kind of drying some glass mugs, and sort of chit-chatting with some of the people who seem to be coming up and getting drinks and things like that.
What are the
nobody
people
really
eating and
looks at you
drinking
too
in this
much.
place?
What's that, Lupe?
What do they seem to be eating and drinking?
There's different plates. There's platters of like duck that you smell, and you have a pretty good nose for this. You smell duck. You smell pork, and there's also some different like squashes and gourds and things that seems like have been cooked with the meat. They seem to be drinking. They all seem to be drinking the same kind of amber liquid. It doesn't hit you as a beer. It's not like foamy enough, but it's definitely not wine either. And just from where you're standing, you can't see much more than that. But they don't really seem to react much to you guys walking in. You know, sometimes a couple of them may look over, but they just keep laughing and kind of talking. Some of the eyes, you get a little bit more eye contact, Francis. Only because, well, your height and slender. There's not you don't notice any elves really in here. Besides you, and of course Rowan looks kind of like an elf right now. But more so, their eyes hit you, and they're just laughing and talking, but their eyes glance down because, of course, you're packing heat. And so it seems like a few of them do notice that you're carrying a firearm, which of course is not. You don't see any other firearms in the place. They're rare. They're rare even in Derwin, but that seems to kind of catches a few people's interest. But they continue on their conversations.
So they don't seem hostile or stressed out.
No, it's jovial.
Good.
All right. I am going to just. I am going to make a bit of a coughing sound, change my voice a little bit. And I'm going to go straight to the bartender. Mm-hmm. Kind of give him that like cool guy look. Be like, hey, so what is the strongest drink you got, man?
Hey there, stranger. It's good to see you around. We don't see any new faces that often. Welcome to Red Hawk.
Oh,
it's for the entire family.
Yeah. I shake his hand like really fast. All right. Mm-hmm. So, like I said before, what is the strongest drink you have, and how much does it cost exactly?
Well, the house special is the cider. We have like a candied cider. It's very, very good, and it's probably the strongest thing we've got.
All right, and how much is that?
It's 2 copper.
2 copper. All right, 2 copper. That is just great. All right, you know what? Load me up with 5 drinks. I'm looking here to make some friends.
Sure. He grabs a couple of them, and he looks, and he's only got 3 in front of him, and he turns to this human woman that's down at the end of the bar doing stacking some clean glasses, and he goes, no, you idiot, that's not how they go. They go just to start. And if there's even a speck on one of them, you need to clean it again. Now, bring me 2 more of those mugs. And this mousy-haired, kind of thinner woman comes over. She looks like she's maybe 19, 20 tops. And she brings over a few more mugs and sets them in front of him. And she goes, sorry, sir. I'll get right back on it. And she goes over, starts cleaning and restacking some of the glassware. And he says, don't know you much around this part, friend. You got a family? We're big on families here. You got kids?
Fortunately, no kids, and I left the missus at home, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. All right. The rest of you two, any, everybody's just here on business?
You could say that.
Yeah. Well, they're here for business. I'm here to make some friends. So, I look around. What is like the most filled table I can see?
There is a table that has three dwarves sitting at it. That's probably 10 feet from where you're sitting. And they seem to be kind of jovial, but you notice that their drinks are getting a little bit low.
Okay. All right. I grab all the drinks and thought, I'm about to leave. I tell them, I say, so guys, I'm gonna try to get some information over here. Tell me when you're ready to leave. And I just start running to the dwarves.
Oh, wait, friend. He grabs you. He grabs your shoulder real fast. You're not done yet. He just filled your mugs. But he goes, wait, and he puts an umbrella in each one of them, and then a piece of green licorice. And he goes, there you go. Now it's perfect. Hey, if you need anything else, I'm Chronic. This is my establishment. Welcome to the Salty Squash. And I hope you make some good friends.
Oh, thank you, Cronin. I'll make sure I'll be a great friend with you. All right. And I go to the table of dwarves.
He turns to you, Lupe and Francis, and goes, "What can I get for you, ladies?"
It's an ale for me.
Nothing for
Ale?
me.
Yeah, I think I
thank
got
you.
some of that around here. He reaches down below and he pulls out kind of a dusty bottle. He opens it, pours it, and it does comes out. It looks like ale. It's a little frothy on it. There you go. What about you?
Nothing for me, thank you.
Oh, suit yourself. If you change your mind, come on back up. And he looks at you and he says, "That's 2 copper."
All right. I give him the 2 copper.
Okay. Sure. And he continues like wiping down a new glass as you kind of drink on your ale. So no family, huh? Just the 3 of you traveling around?
I
little
have
bit.
no family.
Oh, that's
At
sad.
least none that I know of.
Mine tend to be out a lot, so figured I'd follow in the footsteps of traveling around. Might as well.
Well, if you're ever hanging with them again, you can bring them by here. Red Hawks for the whole family.
I will remember that.
Noted.
You guys new to the area, or
Just passing
you
through.
don't seem like you're from the Red Hawk area.
Nah, we're just passing through.
Well, if you need anything, that's I tend to know most people here. We're not a very big town, but we're friendly and we like having visitors. You have to be careful, especially at night. But you have to watch the weather, because the only thing is, outside of town, sometimes there could be windstorms because we're in the middle of the plains. So sometimes windstorms pick up. But besides that, we're a pretty nice area. And the girl who had been stacking the glasses is now kind of saunters down the bar, listening to the conversation he's having with you. And she goes, "Well, they'd like you to believe they're windstorms. Like, I don't know about windstorms. I think that I think there's some cloud giants around that have been having their own little jokes and blowing stuff around." And She goes, the powers that be would just have us to believe they're windstorms. And she kind of walks over to stack some more glasses, and he just goes, kind of rolls his eyes at her, and he goes, that one's crazy. Don't pay attention to her.
I think I will be paying attention to her. I'm not going to say that to him, but I'll be paying some attention to her. She seems to at least not have a veil of optimism.
Sure. Rowan, what's you reach your table with the three dwarves, and they all look up at you. Hey there, friend.
And I just come down there, boom! Hey there, guys! And I thought like flying drink to them. Hey, I am Legolas Gasworth. Yeah, I'm new to town, and I saw this amazing line. I'm like, oh my god, what's that? I just had to come down there, be like, whoa, look at this place. I'm like, you know what? I felt like I got some good vibe from here. Nothing but good vibes. So, as I'm talking behind my back, I am casting prestidigitation. I am making 5 golden rings. I'm not that specifically.
All right.
So, do I need to do anything?
Give me a sleight of hand just to see if they notice.
14.
I'm going to say, they don't notice. They don't notice. They've already had a few drinks, and they're more impressed by your sales pitch. Hey, welcome, Legolas. You seem like a nice kind of. They look around at your years, elf.
Yep. Elf, pure blood, and all that. Yep. So, tell me, what is the town exactly?
They kind of look at each other and they go, "It's here." And one of them, there's kind of three dwarfs you notice. One who's bald and has a long gray beard, and then there's another who looks kind of like him, maybe his son, who has a bit of a shorter but still bushy blonde beard and some blonde hair. And then there's another older dwarf who has long black hair and a black bushy beard with some gray in it. And the black bearded dwarf, it's braided all nice and neat. And he goes, "Well, friend, you're in Red Hawk. It's good for the entire family."
Yes.
You got a family?
Like I said, unfortunately, I left all my wives at home, unfortunately. So yeah, it's just
Smart
me.
man.
So, but there gotta be more to this town. Like, there's like, come on, the place made out of candy or designed to be candy, and I didn't take a good look at this place, but there is a house down the street designed as a cake. Is that normal? It looked really delicious.
Yeah, it's that's the town hall. That's where the mayor lives.
The mayor, okay. So, who is he, she, them? The mayor of this town.
You're not from around here, are you?
No, unfortunately, I'm new here. Trying to look here, make some friends. Maybe the mayor can be one of my friends.
The big burly one goes, I don't know about that. I mean, the mayor's really busy, but mayor's woman, beautiful woman by the name of Lady Taffy. She takes care of this place. That's why we have such a nice town. You probably won't find a nicer town in all of the land. I've been to some of the neighboring towns. They don't look anything like us. They don't have a shiny road. They don't have all these nice lights. They don't have all these pretty colors. None of this good stuff we've got.
Probably want to disagree on that. Listen, I seen one time, and I felt like this like short story about this one time town that was green, like green and stuff. That had like a bright green light. Everything was green. It was called Emerald City, and I go on a small rant about this town. All right, maybe I can go talk to the mayor. It could be possible if I can talk to the mayor and tell about this some new ideas for this town to make it more brighter.
I imagine so. I mean, the mayor's, she doesn't see anybody this late at night. Well, maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow. All right. And the mayor, Mayor Taffy, did he found this town exactly?
The dwarfs kind of look at each other and they think about it, and the one in the center starts to, his eyes kind of go back and forth a little bit, like he's really concentrating. Little bead of sweat starts to come down. He goes, I guess I don't know. She's been the mayor as long as I remember.
All right. I am focusing a lot on that one dwarf that was sweating. So tell me, friend, how long have you been here?
I was brought up here. It's my hometown. How long you been here?
about good 10 minutes. So we born here exactly?
Yeah, I was born here. It's my dad. The other one goes, yeah, he's born here.
So who delivered you exactly? And I'm getting to like small typical details on like where they live exactly, what the position, what the job here. Is there like a factory that make all this candy?
They start to look at you a little different now. All of a sudden, they're like, "That's an awful lot of straightforward questions, stranger. You just got here. What are you doing? Like writing this in a book or something? This is, what's it matter? Isn't this the best place you've ever been? I'll tell you what. Not many people know this, but it's a hidden secret. Red Hawk is for the entire family."
When he said that, I'm gonna do an inside check. Is there like some kind of weirdness going on?
Give me a roll for insight.
11.
He believes it.
Okay. What was the last thing I just said? Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. No. And I told him this place is good, but it could be better though. So I'm just saying, like, I don't know, just like there's so much mystery about this town. I want know more about it. I might move here. I might take all my wives and move here.
All right, wives. Hey, we could probably get you in an extra house. We could even build a new house if you need one. I mean, how many wives you got?
That is an excellent question. Got roll for that shit. About small 11-ish.
11 wives? They all look at each other. Wow, you must be rich.
Yes.
Well, 11 wives, you must have a ton of kids.
Unfortunately, no kids, not yet.
Oh, well, you know what? If you're looking for a place to settle down and have kids, Red Hawk. It's a great place for kids.
Why is the town named Red Hawk exactly?
It's always been named Red Hawk.
Who named it?
I don't know, but I remember a story a long time ago. The founder of Red Hawk, it must have been Lady Taffy, I guess. But whoever the founder, yeah, it must have been Lady Taffy because she's in charge here. Was walking through the plains and spotted this little tree, and there was a red hawk in it, and he said, "No, that's not right." She said, must have been she said, it's Lady Taffy. She said, "Well, this looks like a good place to start a town." So she started building the town. It's been here ever since.
Oh, okay, just That doesn't make sense. Wait, you just say she was traveling a plane? She's a plane traveler?
No, the plains, the grasslands.
Plane. Okay. All right. And who is exactly like the oldest member of this town besides Lady Taffy?
I don't know. Gronk? And the old dwarf goes, could be me. I don't know. Might be Kronik behind the bar there. He's been around for a long time.
All right. Well. Um. Well, is there any more information? Is there any more information? You guys can tell me about the town or other friendly people I can meet. I'll be more than happy to let that. I'll be more than happy, and I will reward you guys very well. All right, thank you. And I'll take one of the licorice.
Sure.
Too.
Good to meet you, Legolas.
I'll take one of the licorices. Right. And I'm going back to the bartender.
Sure. All right, so ladies, you've been up at the bar. Anything else going on up there?
Eavesdropping mostly on other people's conversations. Definitely keeping an eye on the younger woman, 18, 20 something.
Yep.
Something about it seems a little different than everyone else. She seems a lot safer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back to the bartender. On second thought, I believe I will have a mug of that cider.
Sure, no problem. Sounds like a great choice. I'm going to tell you, it's a great choice. He pours them from a spigot he has. He slams the glass down, puts an umbrella in it, little green piece of licorice, passes it over to you. Best thing you had all night, probably.
Probably.
He turns
Thank
to the
you,
girl.
sir.
No, I need some more glasses down here. And she goes, yes, sir, I'm coming. And she starts juggling a couple glasses down behind the bar. A little cat comes in and jumps down off the bar in front of her, and she goes, ha! And she jumps back. She goes, get away. And Chronic just goes, it's just a stupid cat. And he picks it up and he kind of tosses it over the bar into the rest of the tabled area. And she goes, oh, those things are killers. It's terrible. And she brings the more clean glasses over to him and starts to stack them. And he goes, no, you're messing it up anyway. You don't even know the right order. And he sends her back down the bar and he starts to stack them meticulously by height and by type of glass. Rowan, it's about the time you kind of rejoin the group. You didn't have much of your conversation wasn't too long over on the other side.
All right. Do I also notice the what do you call them? The barmaid, with housing all the classes.
Yeah, you noticed her kind of bringing them over and things like that.
I'm gonna go to the bartender. All right.
Sure.
All right.
I'm
So-
just gonna say real quick that I'm taking my mug to the loneliest corner I can find
Okay.
and using my herbalism kit or knowledge of nature or something, medicine, to just sort of see if I notice anything odd about the liquid.
Sure.
I'm gonna go talk to the barmaid young woman.
All right. So you head down the bar, Francis, and she's down there washing some more mugs at the end. There's a little bit of you can see as you get closer, there's a bit of a bar sink behind the very end of the bar, and she's washing up some mugs and glasses and a few plates, things like that.
Oh man. Hi there. Seem a bit frazzled by the cat there.
Yeah, I hate cats. They're the worst.
Hmm.
You can't trust them. They're shady.
How are they shady?
They got little twitchy noses and they got claws. Sometimes it seems like they have soft feet, and then sometimes they've got razors. I don't like them at all. I don't like them at all. I think nobody they would have you believe that they're safe, but I think somewhere there's a hobgoblin king, and these are his spies. I think cats everywhere spy for the hobgoblin king.
And where'd you hear this?
I have a sixth sense for these things.
That's interesting. How long have you been in this town?
Me? I was born here.
And you're the only one you know of with this super rad sixth sense, huh?
Well, I mean, other people may be able to pick up on it too, but they don't tell. They don't. They're not as honest as me. I tell them, and after a while, I got sick of talking to them about this stuff because you tell them, and then all of a sudden they're like, Noel, you don't know what you're talking about, or Noel, you're crazy, or Noel, you're a conspiracy theorist. I don't know. Nobody wants to hear the truth. They just want to live in their own little safe world.
It really does seem that way, doesn't it?
See, you get it. What's your name?
You can call me Francis.
Francis. I'm Noel. She reaches across the thing and shakes your hand with her wet hand from the sink. Um, I've been working here for quite some time. It's a good place. It's a good job. It's a nice town.
It does look like quite a shiny place. Real gem of the plains.
Yeah. It really is. Red Hawk, it's great for the entire family.
Great for the entire family. That's an interesting phrase. Never heard a phrase like that before in my travels.
You probably go through worse places.
Yeah. I'm new to this area. What other towns are there that what other towns are there as well? I'm doing a bit of traveling and like to plan my route a little bit.
Let's see. There's Drake Malkin. That's probably the closest town, but it's about 2 or 3 days journey from here. Um, just further south, and then kind of meets up with a small river, if I remember right. It's been a long time since I've traveled. Everything I need's here. Why would I go anyplace?
That's a pretty good way you look at it. I don't know what else to say. I think I'll go back. I'll let her get back to her job, and I'll continue drinking my ale.
Sure.
It's great talking to you.
All right. She goes back to
Quite the
washing her
interesting
dishes.
one.
It was nice to talk to you too. She goes back to washing her dishes. Lupe, give me a medicine check since you're checking your drink with your herbalism and your medicine kit.
Okay, medicine check is a +5. Another 20.
Oh, awesome.
Mhm.
So, I mean, what are you looking for?
Anything that's not apple, sugar, water, the usual things that go into a cider?
No, nothing jumps out. Have you tasted it yet?
No.
Okay.
Probably. Not really inclined to taste it. But
It smells like apple, and nothing flags, nothing from your kit and your knowledge of medicine and nature even flags it as anything dangerous necessarily to you.
all right, I'll dip the tip of a finger in it and slide it up under my mask and taste it.
Sure. Tastes like apple. It's very, very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
very sweet. But it does taste like apple. It does taste like apple cider. Just tastes like apple cider that somebody dumped like a ton of sugar into.
Sounds bad.
Okay.
You guys kind of said, you kind of hang around a little bit and pay attention to things. And as the night gets a little bit later, Kronik comes down the bar and goes, you guys stay in any place specific tonight?
Not. We haven't found a place currently. Know of any places?
Well, pretty much the only place to stay if you're a guest here is my place here. We got some rooms upstairs. I could get you 3 rooms for 3 gold pieces. A gold piece a piece, I think, is a pretty good exchange.
All right.
But unless you're planning on moving on tonight, but it's pretty dark. I mean, it's getting pretty late now. You can see people are kind of heading out of the bar. It's getting closing time-ish.
Mm-hmm. I'll pay the 3 gold.
Okay. You pay him the 3 gold, and he goes, Noel, show these 3 good strangers upstairs and give them 3 of the rooms. I would be honest, you're the only guest right now in town, so you pretty much have your pick, but they're all pretty much the same rooms, you know. They're clean and they're fair. That's all I could say. And he kind of points at her, and she kind of gives you guys the wave, and leads you upstairs. And yeah, each room it's a room just big enough for, like a twin size bed, and it's kind of like a little nightstand table to put stuff on, a little wash basin, a mirror, nothing crazy fancy, but it is all in the very colorful scheme that the rest of the place is in. As you look closer, the bed frame, which looks like it was like wood, at quick inspection, as you get a chance to look at it a little closer, it's made out of really thick pretzel rods.
Of course it is.
But besides that, nothing jumps out at you. It's a clean room, and it seems nice. And there's one for each of you.
Let's see. I don't think Francis is. I think she's gonna sleep that much. So there's a lot. I think she's
Okay.
just gonna do a lot of pacing and thinking.
Anything anybody wants to do before the night ends?
Yes. Rowan's going to go over. Legolas is going to go over to the bar tender before he closes down. So I go over to him. I was like, "Well, there was a bunch of fun. So, but who are you exactly?"
I'm Kronik. I told you that. Remember? Did you get? Are you dim, Legolas? Okay. I am Kronik.
Yes.
You, Legolas.
Yes. Okay.
Having flashbacks to some
who is
raptors.
Kronik? Where did you come from? Like, how did you get this amazing tavern exactly?
I've always owned this. It was handed down from my dad. Salty squash is a family tradition here in Red Hawk.
Red Hawk, cool. And so, your family must be the oldest family here.
No, I didn't think there's other families about as old. There's been other families. I think there's other families around that have probably been here as long as we have.
Okay. Well, can you tell me more about the Mayor Taffy?
Lady Taffy? Yeah, she's nice. Beautiful woman. Very kind, very merciful. She's done all this to the town. The town looks great. We're probably the best town around. We're great for families. We love, it's a great place to raise kids. It's a nice environment. Just, good old fashioned family values.
Well, okay. if let's say if I wanted to have a meeting with this mayor, how would I do that?
I would say, you could probably go on up and just, tomorrow, like I said, after breakfast, usually there's business hours. You could probably, go on up and knock and just, tell them whatever your business is, and I'm sure, they can arrange a sitting with with Lady Taffy.
Okay. Well, just one more thing. I take out another gold piece. Can I get like a free small cup of that good old candy nectar?
Sure, sure. Here you go. Your little to-go cups to take up with you for the night. Here you
Of
go.
course. Yes. But
He looks at your gold piece. That's odd. It's gold. I don't know who this young fella on here, Roland? Who the heck is that?
oh my god, it's a long, long story. May perhaps I'll tell you about it.
Okay. Well, it still looks gold to me, so it's good enough for me.
Think about gold. I know like the golden tile. Who did that? That would have been very expensive to do.
Lady Taffy had it done. Like I said, she likes this place to be nice.
Like she did by herself, or
Shiny.
No, she had it done.
do you know how she did it exactly?
Who did it?
I don't know. I'm not like a bricklayer or anything like that. I run a tavern. It's kind of not my style.
But like being a tavern, let's say hypothetically there was worker here. Do you see any workers come in, put some brick down, and come to the tavern after it was done?
No, but I don't remember how far back it's been done. I mean, it's been like this for a long time.
So Lady Taffy and the town have been here even like before you and your family.
No, well, I don't know about the rest of my family. I mean, they're gone now, but as far as back as I can remember, yeah.
How far back do you remember exactly?
I don't know. Since I mean, how far back do any of us remember?
Hmm. I knew a man who could remember when he was inside his mother's room. He said it was very dark in there.
Yeah, well, that's not me. I don't remember that. I don't think I want to. I mean, my mom was close with me, but not that. We don't have that kind of relationship.
And I smell this. You know what? Candy is sweet and good, but too much of this can get you sick. Who makes this? And what are the ingredients? Because this is a lot of sugar.
Well, I mean, that's one of our own little secret. That's one of our recipes here. We got great apples from outside town, and we've always had cider. But we like to spruce it up a little bit, and we find that especially like I said, we're a family town, and we have families and kids. They like things sweeter, so we just kind of kicked it up a bit with sugar. You know what I'm saying?
Hypothetically, any important laws of this town I must know.
Well, I mean, most same laws I would think you would have at most places. I mean, just mind your business. Don't try to hurt people. We're a family place. Just as long as you kind of keep to yourself a little bit. Don't try to nose into people's business. I guess I don't know, but everybody seems kind of friendly anyway.
Okay. All right. So well, yep. I just want to say thank you for being a great friend. And he gets up and he takes a drink.
No problem, Legolas. Yeah, he does, and then he starts blowing out candles. He's like, I got closed down now. I got to get back. I got to get back the old ball and chain.
Well, that's tomorrow morning. And one more thing.
Okay, yep, tomorrow morning.
What are we having for breakfast in the morning? More candy?
Oh, there's a lot available. Usually eggs, ham, bacon, fruit, kind of whatever you want. We got a large. We put out a little continental breakfast thing. You can kind of take what you want.
Okay.
It's part. It's
Pancakes with
covered in the
extra
room
syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have chocolate milk here?
Chocolate milk. I don't know. Does that come from some kind of weird animal?
I believe it comes from a brown cow.
I
So
don't
I
know
heard
about
rumor
that.
that it rains from a cloud made out of cotton. But all right, later.
Okay. And he blows out the rest of the candles as you go up the stairs and kind of starts locking things up.
All right. I meet up the group upstairs.
Okay. So you go on upstairs and right now I think you're each in each other. You're in your own separate rooms, right?
Probably.
Yep.
I will go to the one with the wolf mask.
Lupe. Yep.
Yeah, Lupe. I don't think they told us. I don't think she told.
I have
Lauren.
not given my name.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I generally don't. So
Okay. I'm knocking the door. Knock, knock, knock.
I open the door. Can I help you?
Yes. We. Yes, we had a little bit to discuss. May I come in?
You may.
All
I
right.
open the door wider.
Okay. So, is there like a window of this? Is there like a window in this room of hers? Any
Yeah, there's a
cracks?
window in the room.
Okay. I will take her bed sheet and just sorry about this. And I'm to cover the windows. I am casting prestidigitation to make like a music noise in this room.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Is it
You
like a
are
chair?
wise
Oh,
and cautious. I appreciate that.
yes. So, I thought writing something down, and it's in my spell Bible, and it says this. I believe that the town, some of the town folk may be some type of enchantment. When I was questioning the dwarfs, there was certain things they could remember exactly, and it was felt like they were trying to go back, but they couldn't.
Francis, as he's doing this, you hear music from the room next door.
Definitely goes. Definitely gonna go in and check it out.
Yeah.
Party in my room. Woo! Who doesn't want to party with this? I mean, come on.
Knock on the door. Let's go. Then, knock, knock, knock.
Mhm.
What's going on?
I say shh to Rowan and open the door a little bit just to see. Yes.
I can hear
Uh,
music.
It's you. Okay, you may enter.
To know you trust me already that quickly.
So you walk
It's
in
not
and
so
there's
much about trust as much as it is you may as well know what Rowan has been telling me.
And I show her the part of the spell Bible I wrote in, saying what I just told her. All right. I am not sure what makes this town so great, but my biggest I have two big theories: the food and the drinks, probably the candy, or the mayor herself. Maybe the lights here.
Mm.
I write back that I tested the cider and did not notice anything out of place, but that's inconclusive.
I do have a small, I don't want to say vial, but like a small cup of it. I'm going to cast detect magic on the DM.
Yep. Doesn't light up.
All right.
It's not like a poison.
Okay. Well, the candy might be fine.
I'll write, perhaps it's something radiating from the house, as it blinds you if you look at its magic.
That, or maybe it could be the beautiful, and I go too close to the wind curtain, the beautiful lights outside.
That is also a possibility.
I am going. I'm thinking of pitching idea to the mayor about making the town even more sparkly. That can give us one idea to get inside. Anything y'all
Sounds-
came up with? Y'all can share.
Uh, uh, the I'm mostly very perplexed. Bed frames made of what appears to be food. What would be the purpose of that?
Is DM with my detect magic going on? Is anything else in the room? Am I getting any magical bite off of the bed, the walls?
You might also look out the window at the lights.
Everything has a little bit of a glow to it.
Okay.
The bed, the walls. When you look out the window, it's very bright with detective magic working.
So there's magic in radiating from everything. That does not fill me with comfort.
No, indeed.
The question is, where's magic coming from? This is a lot.
It's, and if we're at risk of it infecting us, if we stay here too long.
I might have something for that. But I need to do a bit more research to see if it can be set into motion. But do you guys have any information about this town or what y'all learned?
Well, according to the young barmaid, she believes that the windstorms, caused by a storm giant, if they were, why around here? Let's say we're maybe looking into something or just screwing around, whatever have you. She seems to be a lot more in tune with things. That sixth sense type thing.
Perhaps the magic affects her less than it affects the others.
Yeah, and apparently there's more, but they're not. As she put it, not as honest. So it's not just her. There's others who perceive things differently than everybody else. They could definitely give us some insight if we could find them and if we could get them to tell the truth, which may be very difficult. People don't care to give up secrets.
Well, okay. Okay. I have an idea. And I'm writing this down in my spell book, my spell Bible. I could put like some type of ward against one of these citizens to try to question them. If there is an enchantment over them, this thing could protect them from the enchantment. Hopefully, can break it temporarily. Yeah. Hopefully, can break it temporarily. And like I said before, maybe one of the sharks could be inside the mansion. Okay. I got an idea. Maybe I can have a small meeting with this mayor, and you guys find a way to scoop around, see what y'all can learn.
Yeah, I can probably break in.
Okay.
While she's distracted with you, I could probably break in through the back or some other way.
True. That's good. But there's something else you're probably forgetting. He has currently called. He might have some type of servant, depending who opened the door. I can try my best, try to distract both of them.
That's a good point.
Yeah. All right.
I
I
believe
open my.
as a precaution, I can mix this up. 3 boosters that will cure any charm or fear that someone may try to place on us, I think that would be good. I don't know if this is a charm affecting the town, but
Worth a shot.
I believe we should be prepared.
It's worth a shot.
All right. So I
And
distract
I'll
it.
prepare, and if I can find something to enhance stealth. I think I can prepare something for the next couple of hours so I don't sleep.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna pitch this idea anyways. Do you guys want to sleep in the same room so one of us can keep watch, just in case something might come out?
I don't sleep.
No.
It's like
I would
you're
say
the
that'd be
only
creepy.
one who sleeps.
So I guess I'll. Okay. All right. I guess you can just then watch up both of us then.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna make the potion. How long is it gonna take you, or how many can you make?
It takes 10 minutes to make one.
Okay, cool.
So
All right. So you make the potion. You break it out of the tractor. What else are you could do tomorrow?
good question.
And oh wait, that one lasts for like an hour. Never mind. Do you guys have like, how do I say this? I basically, to make this go in better, I need some type of fake paperwork. I need some kind of forgery.
That's not really my area of expertise. I am a sort of healer.
I think I can figure something out. It's not going to be perfect, but I can probably think of something. Got all night to figure something.
All right.
I will let you know if I think of something.
Well, before you ask, basically, and I write down what I need, and it says I need a fake certificate, something like that, to say I am a great townsmaster of, what was the name of that city in the Wizard of Oz?
Drake Malkin, the one she was talking about.
No, I'm talking about like in the book, the Wizard of Oz.
Emerald City.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm a great town crafter of a town named Emerald City.
All right. So, with your plan kind of formed for the next day, Rowan, you're able to take a rest. The others don't need much. What do you need, Francis? Is it?
I want to see if I can figure out an invisibility spell of sorts. Double check
But I'm
is it book?
as a dampier, do you sleep,
I don't think so.
or is it still dependent on your race?
I
know
think
Lupe
it's
does not
probably still
sleep.
dependent on my race.
But as a high elf, you would just meditate
Yeah.
for a few hours and you're fine.
Yeah.
And so the night goes by fairly quiet. Rowan, you're able to get some sleep. Lupe, you're able to mix up some boosters. And Francis, you're able to put together a few concoctions of your own after you meditate a bit. And Rowan, by the time you wake up, it's early morning, and nothing eventful happened during the night. You're able to get a long rest, and you hear some of the birds tweeting outside.
Okay, I'm gonna look at these birds. Are they like regular birds, or are they like candy bird hitting in his head?
No, they look like normal birds.
Okay.
Kind of flying around. You guys are able to. So you guys are able to get downstairs, and as you notice, there's a few people in the Salty Squash Tavern. As you get down there, and there is kind of a breakfast laid out on the bar. Some other people kind of come in and must have probably come in to eat anyway or buy breakfast. So there's a couple, men and women kind of sitting at some of the tables, but they're all pretty busy eating and having their own discussion. And there's food laid out for any of you that need such things. Um, and like it's like Kronick had kind of said the night before, there's like some eggs, some fruit, a few slabs of ham, things like that, uh, that are all laid out. There's some nice muffins, some pastries. It's a nice little setup.
Okay. Rolling. I'm going to take a massive chance at this. You eat the first food I see. All right.
It'll be the guinea pig.
Anything?
What'd you roll?
Oh, I gotta roll something. No, I'm like eating the first thing I eat.
Oh, yeah, you grab a piece of ham. It's pretty good.
Awesome. All right, cool. Okay. Yeah, I make small food and I wait for my companions. For them to come down.
Yeah.
I still eat and drink nothing.
I don't think Frances has to. I don't think she eats regular food. I'm not sure. No, I'm not. She's not gonna partake of the eating either.
Okay.
All my companions down here.
Yes.
Okay. I go to the one with. I'm not sure what I don't know what she is. I go to the. I go to the one with who told me about the barmaid.
Yep.
Yeah,
Francis. That's you.
Yeah, Francis. Yeah, I go to Francis. I don't know her name. I go to her. I go to her and I say, "You said there was a barmaid who may have like some kind of strange sixth sense."
Perhaps that's what she called it.
Can you point it out to me? Can you point her out to me? So I'll make sure this is one of them.
Points over across the barn to like cleaning or something.
Right.
Yep. Noel's over there. She's cleaning, wiping down some of the bar.
Very subtly points and like that's it. Be mindful. She seems to be easily frightened. But she is definitely willing to tell you information if you press for it.
All right, so I will go. I will go over to her, and how about cleaning? How does that set up? If I'm doing it, I'm talking to her. Asking a question.
Sure.
Yes. It says, "Good morning, madam. I am Legacy. I am Leslie Gas something. So, so tell me, how did a lovely lady like yourself get here?"
Oh. Well, thank you for the help, Mr. Gas something. I've always worked here. I mean, since I was younger. This is my first job. It's okay. Kronick can be a little grumpy sometimes, but it's not a bad job. It's a good town.
And where did you come from exactly?
I come from here. I was born in town.
You were born in town? No. It's just you? Yeah.
Where do you come from?
I come from a far, far place. Yeah, I come from a far, far place. Basically, I for a particular reason, I had to come over here for business. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So tell me more about yourself. You have any other families here?
Yeah, I've got I've got parents. I've got brother, sister. This is a great place for family.
Yes. So everyone is saying that. So what is about this place? Make it so friendly for families.
I mean, just look around. It's clean. It's beautiful. There's nice streets. Plenty of food. Everyone's happy. I mean, why wouldn't you want to have a family here?
There's a lot of candy. Or if someone here had like a sugar algae. What if someone has a sugar algae? You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it seems nice. Kids like sweets, so why wouldn't you have some sweets around? It's a family place.
They could get diabetes. You have like a town doctor here.
Uh, yeah, there's a doctor. I mean, in case, I mean, nobody really gets sick because it's such a nice place. But if you did, yeah, there's a doc.
Does the doctor does anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Nothing else.
The doctor?
Yeah.
Just takes care of people if they're sick.
Just sick. If they have like a flu or anything, that's it.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, if they got hurt or something, whatever a doctor does. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm a barmaid. I don't really know much about.
Okay. I just find it strange that because the doctor doesn't spell like anything else. So like, if someone being born here, he or she couldn't deliver them. Okay. All right. Um. Anything else like a what can you tell me about Miss Taffy?
Lady Taffy? She's the mayor.
Anything else about the mayor?
She's really beautiful. She's nice too. I mean, she makes the place so look how pretty it is.
Last name? Where did she come from? Do you know? Have you met her?
I've seen her. Like sometimes she comes out, makes announcements, make sure everybody's doing okay and they're happy, things like that.
Can you describe her so I make sure I know what she looked like? Because I have seen a lot of beautiful ladies in my time.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Very, kind of porcelain, nice skin, dark curly hair. It's usually done very nice. She has pretty dresses. You can't miss her. I mean, she stands out. Plus, I mean, she lives in the big candy cottage at the end of the street.
True, true. Is it just hers? Is it just her in the college?
I guess. I mean, I think she's got people there's, you know, people that work for her and stuff. But yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I don't really get into her business. I mean, I'm here most of the time.
Have you met any of the worker? I mean, I could be friends with them.
No, not really, because I don't go to I mean, I don't go to town hall.
Okay. Oh. By the way, I'm also looking for people with special skills. Do you have anything of that?
I clean. I can pour drinks.
Anything else though?
Well, she looks around. I don't like to tell people a lot around here, but I have a pretty good idea of stuff that's going on, and there's some weird things sometimes. She looks around and she points in a corner where there's a cat sleeping. The cats, I think they're assassins for a hobgoblin king. They're shifty. They've got squeaky noses, weird ears. I don't trust them one bit.
That leaning closer. What made you think that? Oh wait, no, you just told me. Huh. And there's a cat in the tavern.
Yeah, there's just a white and black cat laying over in the corner.
I would think with all the
Like,
candy around, just the cats are useful.
You know what? Wait, what's the name?
Her name is Noel.
No. Did she tell me her name or no?
You heard Kronik kind of yelling at her back and
Oh
forth.
yeah. Well, no. You know what? I think I'm starting to believe you. Do you know what a familiar is?
What, am I familiar with cats? Yeah, I just told you about
Do you
them.
know what a familiar is?
No.
Basically, they're like these magical creature magic users can create, and they can take form of animals. That might
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, magic users use them all the time to spy through them. All right. So if that cat does anything, you make sure you come to me.
Yeah, I definitely will.
And
She
by the
turns
way-
around. She stomps off over to Kronik, and she starts
Oh,
talking.
I grab her. I grab her. Remember, they're spies. So if they see anything out of the blue, so you know what? To keep it between you, me, and my two other compatriots. Another thing, if you have just a single bit of doubt, not doubt or something, come to me and I might be able to put a protection spell on you. Okay?
Okay.
Are we
It's just
friends,
between
though?
you and I.
Are we friends though?
Okay.
Cool. And I give her 1 gold coin for the great talk.
Oh,
Cool.
Awesome. She puts it away.
All right, and I end my conversation with her.
Okay. As you guys exit the tavern, she grabs a glass and throws it at the cat in the corner. You hear, "Rare!" The cat jumps up and runs across. She goes, and then she just walks away.
Oh man.
You exit the tavern, and it's nicer out now. It's brighter. You're able to see the town a little bit better because it's daylight. It's nice. I would say it's warm out. It's kind of like a nice summer day as you exit out onto the street, which is very shiny in the sun because it's silver with gold etching and things. There's a lot more people out now because it's daytime. There's groups of men, some men and women, some women walking around, just all different groups of people that you notice down back and forth up down the street, people having conversations. Looks like kind of everyday business type stuff.
Okay.
Are there any children? Does it like appear to be a school or something around?
Give me a perception check.
It's another D20.
D20, yep. Then your perception modifier. Yep.
It's gonna take me a while to memorize it.
No problem.
Another 6.
Okay. You don't need much of a high score in perception though to notice. Yeah, there's no kids.
And no sign of a school or anything?
Not that you see, no. And there's not a lot of buildings here. Well, pretty much just all adults that you see on the street.
Great place for kids, they say, and there's no kids around.
Okay. Rowan's as he's walking down this town, I'm gonna do a quick investigation check on the lamppost.
All right. Give me an investigation.
Wait, where's that? Oh, 6.
Yep. Looks normal to you. I mean, it looks shaped like a candy, like a lollipop, but besides that, it looks like a normal torch lamppost.
Can I do a con check to try to understand like what type of magic this could be?
What type of what?
Magic.
You could give me an Arcana check. Go ahead and give me an Arcana. See if you can.
Rolling bad tonight. 8.
Yeah, no, you know from detect magic that there is magic around, but it's nothing. It's nothing familiar to you.
All right.
You are in a really new place as well, though. So.
Okay. I go to my spell bible, just write down everything I learned so far.
Sure.
I regroup. I get back to my group. All right. So.
I am somewhat curious about this doctor they have in town. However, it may be best to just go to the mayor first. What do you all think?
I think we should learn about this town as much as we can, so the doctor might be a good place. Because everyone's here was born here, but the doctor only can cure sickness, delivery, and all that stuff. They're more than used than just a doctor. Mental health, like I just said,
Yes.
deliveries. So,
Yes.
and I don't see a farm anywhere.
I'm gonna try and see if I can find a library.
That's true. Are there any are there any apple orchards or anything that we see?
You didn't see anything coming into town, and I mean, from where you're at, you pretty much you're flanked by buildings, you know,
Yeah.
on both sides of the street.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of tough to see past that.
You know, I'm gonna go to a random town folk, and go up to them
Okay.
and say that, "Hello there. Just a curiosity, is it like a farmer or food master here?"
Oh, we get our food from the same place everybody does, you know? You buy your food from the market or from the tavern or wherever you need to get it.
Yes, but for a particular reason, one of my wives, she's a big farm from that, and she asked me to go around to place look out for farms. Is there a farm here? Where does the food grow?
I don't know, probably the shopkeepers and probably Kronik from the tavern. They must buy it from a farmer, probably locally, I guess. I don't know. I don't really ask. I just when I want food, I go and buy it.
Right. Well, where is this? They said shopkeeper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where will I find this shopkeeper?
There's a shop. There's usually around midday or so. They got a little cart they bring out, and they have a little rolling cart with whatever they picked in the morning, and they sell it.
All right. Well, okay. I'll look at that. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Cool. I go back to her. So you want to go check out the doctor?
Yes. Yeah. So
As you guys are kind of
I
looking around for a doctor's office type place, in the number of these buildings around, you do notice like the doors to the mayor's cottage open, um, and a 2 foot gingerbread man comes walking out, um, and he has blue eyes, little blue, complete blue eyes, and he comes
Oh.
walking out, and he kind of looks around, and he checks for make sure everything looks good, and he walks back over and walks into the door and closes it.
Right. So the gingerbread. Oh, you may want to repeat this. The gingerbread just came out.
He came out, he walked around the porch, kind of looked around to make sure everything looked good, and then went back in and closed the door.
All right. Okay. Okay.
okay.
All right. Have you found Dr. Offit yet?
Nope, that's kind of that's where we're gonna leave off. It's 9:30, so it's perfect time where we're gonna cut it. So we're gonna cut it tonight, and you guys gonna looking for a doctor, and you've got the candy cottage there, and now you have seen a 2 foot gingerbread man.
Like it.
For Lupe, the Scarred Wolf, Rowan, and Francis Ford, I'm DM Steve, and we're gonna wrap it up tonight. See us next Thursday for session 2 of Haunted Heroes, and we'll check out a little bit more of this happy-go-lucky candy town as we pick up next time. Until then, keep playing.